This lab is about Laplace transform. In this lab, we will see the responses of different continuous time signals using Laplace transform. So first of all, we need to understand what is Laplace transform. As we are already used to transform a time signal into frequency domain by using Fourier transform. Like we have a signal x of t and we can transform this signal into frequency domain by using Fourier transform, and in frequency domain the signal will be capital X of j omega. If we explore the equation of this, the equation is x of j omega is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of t exponential power minus j omega t dt, where x of t is our actual signal in time domain, and by multiplying it with exponential of minus j omega t we can achieve a signal in frequency domain for different analysis. Similarly, we can convert a signal which is actually in time domain to complex frequency domain by using Laplace transform. So our actual signal is x of t and we can convert it in x of s by using Laplace transform, where x of s, in this case the signal will be in complex frequency domain. So here we can say, in this case of Fourier transform, if we replace this j omega with sigma plus j omega, we will achieve an equation sigma plus j omega is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus sigma plus j omega, as we have replaced the j omega with sigma plus j omega of t. And sigma plus j omega is actually s. So x of s, this x of s is actually sigma plus j omega, and it is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of t, which is our actual input signal, multiplied by with minus sigma plus j omega, which is actually s of t dt. So this is the equation of Laplace transform. We can convert time signal into its complex frequency domain by using this equation. If we explore this in more detail, like minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t multiplied by minus sigma t dt. So here we can see this is the actual equation of Fourier transform, and we are multiplying it with an other exponential which is e power minus sigma t. So this is the simple procedure to convert a signal which is in time domain. We can transform it into frequency domain by using Fourier transform, and if we want to transform it in complex frequency domain, then we will use Laplace transform. Question is, what are the benefits of Laplace transform? Why are we using Laplace transform, as we have already another method of Fourier transform? So the answer is Laplace transform provides a simple solution. Let's say we have a differential equation This is a differential equation. By using Laplace transform, we can convert this equation into a simple algebraic equation or polynomial equation. Means this is a differential equation, and by taking its Laplace transform, we can convert this equation into a simple polynomial equation like s square minus s plus 2 something like that, which is actually polynomial, or we can say this is an algebraic equation. And we know polynomial equations are easy to solve as compared to differential equation. So this is the main benefit of using Laplace transform. Now we will see how can we implement this Laplace transform in MATLAB to plot the responses of different continuous. Before starting the implementation of Laplace transform in MATLAB, we have to go through an important topic in Laplace transform, which is region of convergence. Let's say we have a signal x of t is equal to exponential power minus at u of t, where a is real. So in that case, if we want to find the transform of this signal x of t, the transform will be like x of s will be equal to Laplace of x of t, and we know the equation to find the Laplace, which is minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt, and we know x of t is equal to e power at u of t. So I will put the values of x of t in here, exponential power minus at u of t e power minus st dt. As we know, u of t is a unit step function, so we can combine these two exponential terms like minus infinity to infinity exponential power minus a plus s, and we'll take t as a common term, u of t dt. U of t is a unit step function, so its value will be 0 for less than 0 and 1 for greater than 0. So we can replace the limits and put the value of u of t in here, which will be 0 to infinity. The value of u of t will be 1. So we can say exponential power minus a plus s of t d of t. By taking integral of this term, the result will be like 1 over s plus a exponential power minus a plus st, and the limits goes to infinity. From this equation we can see if the value of a plus s is greater than 0, in that case this equation will converge. Exponential term a plus s is greater than 0, in that case the answer will be like e power minus infinity. So in that case this equation will converge. So we can say if a plus s, real part of a plus s, is greater than 0, in that case this signal will converge. Or simply, if real part of s is greater than minus a, this defines the region of convergence for this signal. So region of convergence is an important concept in Laplace transform. If the region of convergence of a signal doesn't exist, or in that case we cannot find the Laplace transform of that term. So simply we can say no region of convergence and no Laplace.
Now we will start the implementation of Laplace transform in MATLAB. First question is compute the Laplace transform of the signals. There are three signals given in this question. We will find the Laplace transform of all the signals one by one. The first signal is x of t is equal to exponential power minus 3t plus exponential 3t. So first of all we need to map this signal in MATLAB. We will use two symbolic variables in this case, t and s, and after that the signal is exponential power minus 3t plus exponential power 3 multiplied by t. To find the Laplace transform of this signal, we will use a built-in function of MATLAB, which is Laplace. Capital X will be used as a Laplace transform of x of t, Laplace of x, and then we will mention here the symbolic variable of s as we are moving to s domain. When I run this script, here you can see the Laplace transform. The answer is 1 over s minus 3 plus 1 over s plus 3. We can also cross check the answer as different pairs are given in the manual too. Here different Laplace transform pairs are given in the manual. As we can see, if the term is exponential power minus at, in that case its Laplace transform will be 1 over s plus a. In our question, exponential power minus 3t was given, and we can see the answer is 1 over s minus 3 or s plus 3 as here in the output. After that we can plot the signal too by using the command of easy plot of x, and when I will run this, it will show the result in complex frequency domain like this. Now we will move to the next question, which is x of t is equal to 3 cos 2t plus sine 3 pi of t. So the procedure will remain the same. First of all, we need to define the symbolic variable, then we will define the signal in MATLAB, and afterwards we will find Laplace transform. As the signal is 3 cos of 2t, so x is equal to 3 multiplied by cos 2t, cos of 2 multiplied by t, plus sine 3 pi t, sine of 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by t. So this is the signal x of t. Remaining procedure is same, Laplace, x of s and easy plot. So after running this, we will find the Laplace will be like this. We may cross check this answer as different pairs are given in the lab manual, and if we see the graph of this, it will be like this. And in the same way we can find the Laplace transform of the third signal. In question 2, it's been asked that compute the inverse Laplace transform of the signal. To find the inverse Laplace transform of the signal, we need to use a MATLAB function iLaplace. Let's say we have already solved an example. We have a term x of s and we need to find the inverse Laplace of this term. So the procedure will be, let's say we store the value in y is equal to I Laplace capital X and t, because we are moving into time domain. After running, here you can see the answer 3 multiplied by cos 2t plus sine 3 pi of t. And we can also cross check that the original signal was same as we are achieving it after finding the iLaplace. Now we will solve this question where x of s is given and we need to find its inverse Laplace transform. X of s is given, which is 1 plus 1 over s plus 1 over s to 1 over s exponential 2 plus up to power 5. So here we can see the signal in S domain which was given. We have to find the inverse Laplace of this term. So inverse Laplace we will pass the original signal capital X which was in S domain and t, and after running this script, here we can find the actual signal which is in time domain, and we can also plot this signal by using easy plot of X, and here we can see the output of this signal. So in MATLAB it's pretty much simple to find the Laplace or inverse Laplace of any signal given in any of domain, whether it is in time domain or it is in complex frequency domain S.